Will you all please stand and follow me in the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the invocation to be given by Sherry Mead of Pray Lowell.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Shall we pray? Father God, it's with humble hearts and with grateful hearts that we approach you tonight. We thank you for this beautiful building and this wonderful council chambers. We thank you for your blessings upon the city of Lowell. And Father, we thank you for the beauty of spring, the redbud trees, the daffodils, the tulips, Lord, and just the beauty of your nature. You are so good to us and we love you. And Father, tonight we thank you once again that you are omnipresent, so you are here with us, and we appreciate that. And so we ask you with humble hearts to be with every decision that is made tonight, that you would bring a spirit of cooperation and bring your blessings upon those who are governing us tonight. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Roll call, please.
Linda Shimko.
Here.
Jerry Foley.
Here.
Eric Shine.
Here.
Darren Brock. Keith Williams.
Here.
Kendall Stuckey.
Here.
Marty Latham.
Here.
Paula Allred.
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Next item on the agenda is the consent agenda, which contains the Lowell City Council minutes regular meeting of March 17, 2009. Thank you. Any comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Kendall Stuckey.
Yes.
Paula Allred.
Yes.
Linda Shimko.
Yes.
Keith Williams.
Yes.
Marty Latham.
Yes.
Eric Shine.
Yes.
Jerry Foley.
Yes.
Next item on the agenda is a public forum. No one is signed up to speak tonight, but I have a feeling some of you here are here because of the interest in yard parking. The council will set a public hearing later on in the meeting, and each of you are encouraged and more than welcome to attend and speak how you feel about the proposed agenda. Next item on the agenda is to set a public hearing on draft ordinance restricting parking in residential districts in the city of Lowell.
What dates do we have available next week, Mayor?
It's pretty wide open.
My appointments are all during the day next week.
I'm sorry?
My appointments are all during the day next week.
We have nothing else scheduled.
Nothing next week. Is everybody available Thursday of next week? At 6 o'clock,
That'd be fine.
Thursday at 6.
What night?
Thursday, the 16th.
Thursday, the 16th. At what time? Public, 6 o'clock?
6 p.m.
Here in the council room. There's one thing I would like to request on the public hearing. The council generally sits at a table down here. The proposed ordinance does involve the Planning Commission, and I would like to recommend or suggest to the council that Selena Wright Brown join the council in the public hearing. All right?
That's fine.
Is this going to be considered a work session or a public hearing to
Well,
finalize? Are we finalizing, are we accepting that draft that,
I'm assuming that's what you're talking about,
Yeah,
is a public hearing regarding the proposed parking in the yard ordinance.
I thought we were going to have another work session to talk about. Am I the only one that thought that?
I don't know, anybody else?
I figured it would be both. I think we need to have a work session, because reviewing it, I have a lot of questions and comments, concerns.
I do too.
I think we can do both, because most of the comments will be about the proposed ordinance, I think. So I think it can be done in one meeting.
I think we need to hear what the public has to say, and then everybody have a chance to discuss their opinions of what we've got up to this
Oh,
point.
yes, yes.
Excuse me, using what as a guideline, the proposed one we've got written right now?
Correct.
Is that what we're going to do? So we use the one we're proposing to discuss with the public. Is that right? Okay.
Correct.
I think that's the one the public has reviewed and is familiar with, so, it's kind of a combination, but I think it can all be handled at the same meeting. There'll be no decision made at this meeting. The decision will come later at a council meeting, so by having a public hearing and combination work session, this will give the council a chance to review the comments and make any suggestions they want to, changes, rewrite it, however they want to do it.
I have a
Mayor, I'm-
question for the council. How many times do you want this published in the newspaper?
What's typical?
Well, I think that's a good question, Jeanette, because, and I'm glad, Mayor, that you also mentioned Selena. I talked to Mike about this a little bit in the interim. We might be, walking into the zoning ordinance with this kind. I mean, there's, in one respect, so as it's written right now, it's simply an environmental ordinance. Not much different than weed lots, which is not necessarily in the zoning ordinance. It's more of a code enforcement issue. But if some of the changes that I've sort of heard discussed and contemplated were to take place, we'd be walking into the zoning ordinance. We'd be talking about specific areas of the city that have certain regulations, which is more akin to zoning. And if that's the case, we will have a public hearing before we ever adopt it. And it might even go through the planning commission. So while I don't think this is a legal public hearing that's required by state law, y'all are just making a very, very public process to consider this ordinance, since you know it's so controversial. I think at the time of actual passage, we might be complying with a 15-day state law. But right now, I think it's just up to y'all how much you want to spend when how do you want to put it in the paper and how many times. That's completely up to you right now. So that's the question.
I think if we notify Kerm Radio and put it in the paper one time, that might suffice.
Okay.
Word of mouth will spread fast.
Would it be
About even-
possible to get it in the Sunday paper? Okay.
Sundays.
I think probably the Sunday paper would be my recommendation if you only put it in once.
The newspaper will probably publish it for free since it's a public information. What do you think, John?
John could certainly do an article on it for free.
Yes, Bill?
I didn't know you had to sign up to speak. I don't know why you even brought it up. To me, I was out there. That's the reason I bought in the city of Lowell, is so I could park my motorhome and my trailer in my backyard and not have all this mess. Now, we had parking on both sides of the street, you changed that, that's great. But when you buy a piece of property, you should be able to do what you want to with it, as long as it's not a public nuisance or a mess. And this is ridiculous. If I want to live in Springdale
Thank you,
Doesn't
Bill.
this revision say that you can park an RV in your backyard?
Oh, yes. You put up a fence, and I don't have a fence, I don't want to weed a fence.
Okay, Thursday, April the 16th, we'll have our public hearing, and everybody's welcome to come and voice their opinion. That's what public hearing and work sessions are for, so.
Well, I thought that's what was going to be tonight, but the 9 people that were coming, only one showed up.
Well, at one time, Bill, that was probably right, but we didn't get the public notice out, and it's best to handle this type of thing in a work session atmosphere. So that's why we're not doing it tonight. Next, any questions? Comments? Next item on the agenda is a resolution to adopt the Section 125 cafeteria plan for the city of Lowell, Arkansas from May 1, 2009 through April 30, 2010. Mary?
This is an annual resolution we do every year. It's for people that pay health insurance. Their portion of the health insurance is deducted before we figure taxes on their earnings. So they have a savings on their taxes, and so does the city. AFLAC is the one that administrates this plan, and they do it at no charge.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to move that we approve the resolution.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Eric Schein,
Yes.
Linda Shimko,
Yes.
Jerry Foley,
Yes.
Marty Latham,
Yes.
Paula Allred,
Yes.
Kendall Stuckey,
Yes.
Keith Williams.
Yes.
This will be resolution number 09-06.
Next item is a museum committee. They meet on the second Tuesday of each month, and that'll be the 14th. So anybody that would like to attend their meeting, why, I'm sure you'll be welcome. Any other items? Any comments from any council people? If not, I'll entertain a motion, we adjourn.
So moved.
If nobody objects, we're adjourned.